against Favors. 6 on the shot clock. Wizards passing it around and stolen by Burke. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Shots good by Lee. Lee's got 7 points in the game. Wizards trail by 17. Well, clearly, guys, Trey Burke is a guy who is talent, drafted number 9 overall 2013, grew up in Columbus, Ohio, went to the University of Michigan. But so far, you know, Greg, in the NBA, he's been a bit of a tweener.
And that's a great point. And part of the issue is, you know, he was a scoring guard in a point guard's body. And one thing that happens in college when you're the best player, it's a lot easier. Now when you move up to the next level, you have to change what you do on the floor to impact the game. And that's been a challenge for him thus far early in his career.
Interesting.
And, you know, going back to Trey Burke, for a guy with a scoring mindset, he has some limitations there. His field goal percentage was under 40 his first 2 seasons. Part of that is because he doesn't have the explosiveness to get to the rim.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Wizards trail by 18. Outside, Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. There's Beal with the 3. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Beal's got 5 now.
And, you know, talking about Trey Burke, at his size, he needs to become a more consistent playmaker. I know he's a competitor, very successful in college, wants to play a lot of minutes in the pros. But to do that, he needs to reshape his game and I think adopt a pass-first mentality.
Beal, that's for 2. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. He's got 7.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Wizards trail by 17. And stolen by Burke. Here's Gobert, and he slams it one-handed.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
For Washington, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And the thing, Greg, about Marcin Gortat, he's not a high flyer. He's not a super flexible athlete. But he's one of the best centers in the league because he's tough. And he's worked hard on developing his skills. And he always hustles.
Yeah, and he fights for position down low. A terrific screener, does a lot of that dirty work. And he's also very good at passing the basketball. You know, a lot more skilled, particularly in the pick and roll, than maybe people give him credit for. He can hurt a defense in a surprising number of ways.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Talking about Gortat, he was a late second-round draft choice in 2005. His first 4 years in the league, highly underwhelming. Now, over the last 4 years, he's averaged around 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game. Those are good numbers.
And the home team has possession. They have a 19-point lead. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
Burke with it, picked up by Nene. Lets it go from deep, and good on the basket. Book it. Burke's got 5 points so far.
And getting back to Marcin Gortat, his dad was a successful light heavyweight boxer in Poland, so clearly you see where the toughness comes from. And Marcin's mom was on the Polish national team in volleyball, so you know where the blocking and ball skills come from. I guess we'd have to call him a chip off the old blocks. It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Now here's Wall. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates. And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
To the inside. Here's Gortat. Another miss by Gortat. Gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Outside, Wall. Lee with the steal. And they're running. And Gobert kicks to Lee. Here's Burke. The 19-footer is on the money. Burke's got 7 points.
Running it right down their throats. 3 straight buckets in transition.
Yeah, and they're paying the price right now for the lackluster defense. For me, that's inexcusable.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
It's Wall with the drive.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
They double him with Nene. And Favors kicks to Burke. Taken away by Nene. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nene. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end. And you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
Passes to Burke. Launches it. That drops. Burke's got 10.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now here's Gortat. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Lee against Beal. Here's Gobert. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference. In the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Now here's Wall. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. And Nene, a guy with an incredibly strong start to his career in Denver, the first Brazilian to ever be selected in the first round. Voted, as you may recall, to the NBA All-Rookie team.
Yeah, and came into the league just a tremendously raw talent. Really developed faster than a lot of people expected, but what has been the case for him is the injury bug. I mean, the knee, the foot, shoulder, Achilles, you name it, he's had it, and it's hindered his career somewhat.
And cancer. He's beaten cancer.
That's a very good point.
Assist from John Wall.
1:22 left in the first. Here's Favors. The shot from the low post is good. Favors got 14 points.
And he's off to a phenomenal start here tonight, guys.
He sure is. He just looks to be on a different level than everybody else right now.
Beal can't get it to go.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Three-pointer, Hayward, good on the shot. He's got 10.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Tipped away. Nene into the lane. The second chance effort, and it's finished off inside by Gortat.
Just dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Now here's Wall. Burke covering. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. And Derek Favors with the slam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And he can't get the first one. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And here we go. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain, that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Wall. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. The home team delivering the blowout. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And an exciting young backcourt in Washington with John Wall and Bradley Beal.
When we go out to eat, he gets like 2 meals.
You think John Wall's hungry for a championship in D.C.?
Yeah, I was starting to think. Well, not really. I've seen that dude eat exactly the way John described it. It is an unbelievable sight to behold. You literally cannot comprehend how anybody can keep a scarf up that much food and still hoop.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
This has been a shooting drill thus far.
Warm-up jumpers because there hasn't been much resistance.
So on the floor for Washington. We've got Oubre. Ryan Hollins is out there with Blair. Then there's Ramon Sessions. And it's Neal in at the shooting guard position. Now the dish to Burke. And Gobert kicks to Lee. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lee's got 12 in the game.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now. That's especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
Here's a look at some stats for Derek Favors. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level, putting up about 25 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. and he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes natural.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
And stolen by Burke. Pushing it up. Here's Favors. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. For three, Hayward. And yes, sir, that one drops. Hayward's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
Here's Favors. Drops in the tray. Favors has got 19 points.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. Here's Neal.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
With the shot, got a piece of it, but they'll get another chance. Here's Burke. Hits it from three-point range. Burke's got 13.
They've owned the offensive glass here in the second.
And making a point of getting in there and vying for missed shots.
Sessions dishes to Blair. Pass to Neal. Knocks it loose. One-on-one fast break. Here's Hayward. Neal pulls it in. The Wizards have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Burke. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Burke's got 5 points now this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And so here's the home team. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Back to Gobert. Shoots a fader. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Blair, the pass to Sessions. Blair, the screen. 6 on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Here's Hollins. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Well, here are a group of point guards that have dialed up their own offense in the second half of the season. These are the top scorers at the one spot since the All-Star break. 5th, Trey Burke.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in our league. I mean, to see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, and that's the age we're living in right now. I mean, it's not uncommon to see a point guard lead his team in scoring, which used to be almost unheard of. And these guys here are all capable of carrying the scoring load for their team on any given night.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant. He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Here's Sessions. After Gordon Hayward's bucket. Here's Favors. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And that's 21 points for Derek Favors.
That's now 7 straight for them coming from fast breaks.
Yeah, and they're making it look easy, guys, running it down the opponent's throat. And here we can check out the story on Trey Burke. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 2nd in assists, 2nd in steals, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And, you know, going back to him being one of the top dime droppers in the league, it's his ability to control the pace of the game and his peripheral vision.
Garrett Temple has checked in for the Wizards.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And they turn it over, and boy, that's quite a number of turnovers for them in this game.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And you know, Gordon Hayward was involved in one of the more fascinating NBA draft stories. It started after his father confirmed that Gordon would submit his name to the draft, but would not immediately hire an agent.
Yeah, reportedly, Dad created a highly detailed 2-page questionnaire that he gave prospective agents, which is not something that's typical.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Burke kicks to Gobert. Lee dishes to Favors. The baseline jumper goes down. Favors has got 23.
And on the topic of Hayward hiring an agent, it was reported that the questionnaire was just the beginning and that prospective agents also went through quite a grilling in addition to that. You talk about a thorough process. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Over to the left wing. Here's Burke. Cans the shot from the wing. Burke's got 17.
You know, back to Hayward, obviously his first NBA contract was subject to the rookie wage scale, but his second contract, 4-year max deal. So whatever the Haywards have done as far as agent vetting, it's paid off.
Now here's Oubre. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Lee. Inside, here's Hayward. Good! Hayward's got 24 points.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Burke with it. He had 25 points in the win against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And don't forget his unbelievable steal total in that game. I mean, almost to the point they didn't want to bring the ball up the floor.
Now, here's Blair. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor. Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at it. There.
Here's Temple. Derek Favors making his last shot. Favors brings the double. It's tipped. It's stolen by Gobert. Shot from 16, and Hayward gets it to go. Hayward's got 26.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Fires for 3. Temple can't get it to go. To the paint. Lee passes to Gobert. Feeds to Burke. He kicks it to Favors. Here's Gobert. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Gobert's got 9 points in the quarter.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. I mean, they just aren't missing.
Hollins kicks to Oubre. To the middle. Here's Blair. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. The Wizards have shot 60% from the line, 6 of 10.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Gortat's checked in for Ryan Howlands. Beal comes in for Oubre. And John Wall subbed in for Gary Neal. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And checking out Phoenix, right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground. Back to Lee. Here's Gobert. Sinks the triple. Gobert's got 25 points in the game.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Temple, and there's the call by the official. They'll drop the basket here following the goaltending call.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And Washington making a change here. Nene's checked in.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Now here's Wall. And the rejection by Favors. This one for 3. Count that one. That's 23 points for Trey Burke.
Guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
And, Greg, defensively, you got to have better floor balance and commitment to hustling back. I mean, you got to sprint back. You can't jog back.
And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And so here's the home team. And Gobert kicks to Hayward. Lee outside. Back to Gobert. Just 5 on the clock. Unloads. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist by Gobert. 25 points for Trey Burke.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Knocked away. Nene dishes to Beal. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nene.
And taking a look at some of the stats here for Lee. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's averaging 55 points, almost 6.5 steals, and 13 assists. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Well, he's operating at the highest level right now, one of the truly elite talents in the NBA.
Now here's Wall. He dishes it to Temple. Back to Wall. Here's Nene. Sinks the 15-footer. Nene's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Shots good by Lee.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them. Wow, 4 here in the first half. They're going to need to do something different on defense to trap this guy and lock him up.
They get a hand on it. Lee with the steal. Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
That's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean,
And through the first half, a pretty lot.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here. What has been so far a runaway game? What a game we're seeing from Money.
He's just been terrific. This is what they needed from him.
And a double-double in just one half of basketball? You can't ask for anything more as a coach, teammate, or fan.
Hayward out there with Favors. Then there's Trey Burke. And there's Money. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder.
2 years ago, Utah drafted Trey Burke to be their point guard of the future. Then last year, they drafted Dante Exum. It set up quite a competition between those two.
Getting back to the Burke-Exum rivalry last year, both young men showed some tremendous promise, yet both shot under 37% from the field. Greg, that's got to improve.
And it will. I mean, last season was tough for both guys in terms of getting used to a certain role. But remember also, when you come into this league, a league of men, and you're that young and you haven't matured, it's going to take you maybe 2 or 3 years before you can find that consistency. And then also factor in both were getting yanked in and out of the lineup. Tough challenge for those young players as they dealt with the ebbs and flow of their confidence.
And the second free throw, good. Washington shooting poorly, just 35% so far. The feed to Beal. Puts it up from 12. The rebound by Johnson.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Another fast break score for them, and they've really made the most of their transition game. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, and the differential there is what stands out for me. I mean, they've also denied those runouts defensively.
Watch Johnson on the threes.
For the 3, that is good. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third, and he gets it to go.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's check in with our Doris Burke for an update on Nene.
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Wizards head athletic trainer. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. This would be a terrible loss for his team if he were to miss this time, as they are gearing up for the last leg of the season. Just when you don't want injuries, Kevin.
All right, Doris, really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And, you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
Absolutely. I mean, his teammates want him back out there as much as he wants to be back out there.
6 to shoot. On the wing, Johnson, averaging 23 points a game and is one of the more consistent producers on any given night. Washington has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And Beal kicks to Nene. From deep, Wall. Wall missing again.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Hill passes to Allen. Just 5 to shoot. And there's Joakim Noah on the assist by Allen. Noah's got his first bucket of the night. It's Wall with the drive. Here's Nene, true on the 14-footer. Gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field. since taking the court here in the second half. Johnson for three, and he gets the bucket. Johnson's got 6 points.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And you know what, Vic? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
The Wizards have really struggled at the line in this one, well under 50% so far. Second free throw, no good. Gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the third, coming out of the break very hot. Bangs home the trifecta. Johnson's got 9 points now in just the second half. It's stolen by Hill, and now it's Hill running. He can go all the way, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And they've really come out of halftime with the eye of the tiger. Plenty of fire in their eyes and tremendous focus and intensity.
Gary Neal's checked in for Bradley Beal.
And I feel like there's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that touts everything you need, nothing you don't. Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson.
Wizards passing it around, and there's the turnover. Pass going out of bounds.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the Wizards making a change here. Sessions is checked in. Gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. There's the pass to Lyles. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Allen. Releases from the wing and drills it. Allen's got 6 points. Here's Sessions. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Down low to halt the run. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, I tell you what, Nene is a man among boys down low. Remarkable physical power. And he's also got a tough mentality about him. Just a real rugged individual.
And getting back to Nene, an obvious inside player with great impact. He looks and plays like a man possessed. Yet through last season, Greg, he's never averaged as much as 8 rebounds a game.
And, you know, his true value is measured in intangibles at times, not just on the stat sheet. He does all the dirty work so others can shine.
Nene with the screen on Hill. It's tipped. Nene dishes to Gortat. The rebound by Johnson.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Allen for 3, and he gets it to go. Allen's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Johnson for 3. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Nene, the screen. And Sessions kicks to Nene. The layup missed.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Nene with the screen on Hill. Sessions passes to Nene. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Nene's got 13. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. Nice touch there near the hoop.
And Sessions kicks to Gortat. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. And he gets it to go. Johnson's got 19 points.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Ball's knocked loose. And they're moving it up. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. 21 points for Joe Johnson.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Garrett Temple has checked in for Oubre. That's good. And that's 15 points for Ray Allen.
He's found the rhythm here in the third quarter, Kevin, and his confidence is palpable. You can feel it. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be falling.
And Noah with the slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Sessions. It's hauled in by Lyles.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Johnson, that's for 2. 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate. Like guys he cannot miss.
Wow. Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Neal's shot is off. Here's Lyles. 10 points for him. And he gets it to go. Lyles got 13 points now in the quarter.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Here's Nene. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want, but then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts. And the energy. Of a mountain lion.
And so Nene nails both of them. And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
It's stolen by Hill, pushing it up. Here's Lyles, and he drops that one in. Lyles got 15 points. Here in the second half.
It's been said often that good defense leads to offense, and that's what we're seeing here with all these points off turnovers.
And guys, one thing to force turnovers, but also important that you make the teams pay when you're able to create those.
The Wizards have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. It's blocked. Now here's Allen. He's got 17 on the mark with the 15-footer. Allen's got 19 points.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense. I mean, it's all been terrific.
Sessions with it. He's picked up by Hill. It's stolen by Hill. Here's Allen. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 9 assists now tonight.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. That one's off, still out of sync.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Good. Lyles got 18 points now here in the second half.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points. Nada. But he's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
It's like they forgot that anybody else is on the floor. They're just going at each other right now.
I know it's a team game, but every now and then, guys detour into the one-on-one action that we've got on our hands right now.
Nene with the screen on Hill. Sessions dishes to Nene. He got right to the cup using that screen.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Tonight, he's gone 5 of 8 from the foul line.
And free throw. post shooting has been an issue all game.
Yeah, you know, it's been holding him back. He's got to get his head right. Try to get those misses out of his mind and then focus on the next one. And, guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
And Wall. Here we go now. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The home team delivering the blowout. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. Taking a look at the Wizards. All out there with Garrett Temple. Then there's Anderson. Then there's Ryan Hollins. And it's Blair in at the 4-man position. Shots good by Lyles. Lyles got 20.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low. And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. And here's Wall. To the wing on the left. Here's Temple, but they recover it. Here's Blair, and they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Bogdanovich passes to Bargnani. Outside Hill to the middle. Anderson against Fields. 4 on the shot clock, and he gets the jumper to drop. Fields has got 5 points now this quarter. So it's the Wizards now. Here's Temple. They set the pick. Pass to Wall. Takes it from 10, and that's good for 2. Gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Right side Hill. Kicks to Bogdanovich.
timeout call.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
And for the last 3 seasons, what a talented young backcourt John Wall and Bradley Beal have become. Wall drafted 1st overall, Beal 3rd in different drafts. A little lottery luck, if you will, and great scouting of these 2.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Lyles. Well, the Wizards shooting for the game at 42%. Got a piece of it. And Temple kicks to Hollins. Dishes it to Temple. Shot clock at 5. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Team ball.
Hill kicks to Fields. Wing shot on the way. And there's Joakim Noah on the assist from Fields. 15 points for Joakim Noah. Here's Wall. Wall missing again.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
From downtown, a nice shot by Bogdanovic.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Sessions checked in for Washington. Hill kicks it to Noah. Fires from deep, and that one's good. Noah's got 20 points.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
It's stolen by Hill. It's 2-on-1. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
How about Joakim Noah in this one? He has 23 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Fields dishes to Bogdanovic. Wasted no time on that one. Bogdanovic has got 5 points in the quarter. Bargnani passes to Noah. And Fields kicks to Bogdanovic. Shoots it, and the jumper is on the mark.
A turnover at one end and bang, a bucket at the other. There have been a few of those quick turnarounds here today.
And really impossible to play good defense when you're scrambling after the miscues.
A nice shot by Anderson. Gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. It's back to Hill. Here's Bogdanovic. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
And guys, give them credit. I mean, they've taken advantage of the turnovers in the open floor.
Converting them into points is what they've done, and that's been a big factor in this game, guys.
Finished off the break.
Guys, this is the NBA. You keep giving the ball away, you're going to get punished.
Value the possession. Vital to winning basketball games. We all know that. And if you don't, you cripple yourself.
Fires for three, and he gets the bucket. Bogdanovic has got 14 points now in the second half.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on him with the triple.
Blair, and off the front iron, and in it goes.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Start it.
Lee's checked in for George Hill.
Corey
to the right side. Here's Bargnani with a three, and he gets it to go. The Wizards have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter, and the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. There's the bucket. Good.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Lee dishes to Noah. Fires from deep, and that one's good. Noah's got 13 points in just this quarter.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And Fields kicks to Bargnani. Passes to Fields. Back to Lee. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Bargnani. The shot. And Lee with the basket on the assist by Bargnani. And that's 31 points for money.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts. Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art, but they're getting excellent results with it tonight.
That's good.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
There's the screen. Anderson outside. Blair against Bargnani. Misses off the left iron. Blair's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Noah kicks to Bogdanovich. It's Fields on the wing. Jacks up a 3, and the shot is good. Fields has got 8 here in the quarter.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate that these teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And Lee with the stuff.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break plays.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
On defense, the home team. And Sessions kicks to Blair. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And he knocks down the first one.
Duane Blair, 2 shots.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Noah, the pass to Lee. Puts it up from 12, and that one's good. Lee's got 30. Washington has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Poked loose. Against the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
Oh, and here we go with Lee. Nobody back. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam? Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Sessions dishes to Hollins. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Both free throws good from Hollins. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace. I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Bradley Beal's checked in for Garrett Temple. Both free throws good from Blair. There's 1:17 left to play in the final quarter. Lee goes in, lays it in without an inch of room around him. Lee's got 50 points.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
And Anderson gets it to go.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Well, a lot of points off their turnovers this quarter. Way too many.
And the game would be an entirely different story if they would take better care of the basketball.
Bargnani kicks to Lee. And it's Fields in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the home team has possession. Lee outside. Fires for 3. Good.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, a solid team effort tonight, Joe Kim, and the bench certainly a big contribution. How important are the reserves to this team's success?
You know, I feel like to get to where we want to get to, we need everybody. And that's our mentality. Well, we're a team that grinds out games, we fight hard, and if we keep doing what we're doing, I think we can do something special this year.
We'll look forward to watching it, Joe Kim. Thank you. Guys?
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody, to the final game of this year's badminton tournament. It's April Fool's Time.
Oh, you
April
caught me.
Fool's
I thought I was in the wrong building, Ernie.
Me too.
I was like, what the heck is going on here?
What game is this, is what I was saying. Anyway, it's 2K Sports, and it's the NBA. And we've got the world's biggest joker, Shaquille O'Neal, and one of the most clever ones, Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for Golden State, their season has been sensational in so many ways up to this point. They own the second-best record in the Western Conference. And tonight we'll be watching Steph Curry. Known for his offensive firepower, but he's made major strides in all areas since coming into this league, Shaq.
Yeah, he didn't have great handles when he entered. Now one of the top 2 dribblers in the league.
Yeah, I agree. You know what the funny thing is?
What?
He used to be the guy they sat on the bench in fourth quarters when he first got there. Now he's the clutch guy in the NBA, and his turnover to assist ratio thing has gone down tremendously.
Who does he remind you of, let's say in the last 15 years in the league? Who does Steph Curry remind you
He's
of?
a taller version for me of Mahmoud Abdul.
Oh, you stole my name. I was getting ready to say Chris Jackson.
Do you see some Steve Nash in there, too?
No.
No, not Nash, because Nash was pass first. You know, he was definitely pass first his whole career. I think scoring became better for Nash.
But Nash could shoot 3, and Nash, I see Steph do what Nash does a lot, just in probing defenses and being able to weave his way
Nash
through
was
the
an
paint.
explosive scorer. He was an explosive passer. Steph Curry's an explosive scorer.
That's close, Ernie, but no cigar.
Yeah.
You
I wouldn't light it.
You know what I like to say about Steph Curry, don't you? He makes it look effortless. Here's Kevin Harlan.